Welcome to the CIT eLearn Upgrade Tour video. This video is just designed to show you some of the features that are in eLearn since the upgrade. Depending on what your teachers do will depend on how many of the features that we're going to show you are included. Some of the things that you can do no matter what your teacher does though is you can see this course page here. Now this looks pretty similar to it did before with the course information and the teachers. What you can do however is if you click on My Home, it changes the view so you have your course names and then when assessment or assessment items and quizzes are underneath it. So this just gives you a little bit more information about your courses. And you can do either view. To get back to the other view, simply click on the little house that says Home and you come back to the other view. The other things that you can change about this page is you can get rid of some of these blocks here simply by docking them onto the left hand side. So when you click here, it puts it over to this side over here. By putting your mouse on it you can still see the information, it's just not glaring in your face. So I'll dock another one. Simply undock them, this is to undock them all, click on the button and you can see the navigation and my settings are here as well. Another thing everybody should check when they come into eLearn is their profile. With the upgrade, if you put an assignment into eLearn via the assignment Dropbox, it'll actually send you an email as well as a teacher telling them that your assignment has been uploaded. Now if your email address is incorrect, it'll send it to an incorrect email address. So to check your email address, go into Edit Profile. You can see here I've got a CIT email address in, so I'm happy with that. So I simply scroll down and update my profile. If you put in a new email address, it'll actually won't go in straight away. It'll send you an email. You'll have to reply to that email by clicking on it just to say that that email address is correct. That way it's just verifying your email address. Now if you go into one of your courses, you can see here it looks pretty similar to it did before, just with a different change of colours. One of the things here, you can see all the courses that you're actually in. By clicking on the little arrow next to the My Courses, that goes away too, but you will have to do it every time you refresh. Now I'll show you some new things that the teachers can do. One of the things is called conditional release. What this means is that teachers can help you step through a course or help customise the course to you by checking your knowledge and how you work through things to what is released to you. You can see here that with this one here, this one's grade, the test your knowledge before you begin, and it's not available until you actually tick on this online behaviour until it's marked as complete. Now I can't tick it and make it complete, I actually have to go into the activity, hopefully read the courtesy online, and if I agree to all of this, I simply click on agree, save my choice. It tells me here that my choice has been saved. When I go back into the course, you can see that the tick is now there that this activity is complete and I can begin my test with testing my knowledge. Now I've got a cross here and that's because I've actually done it a few times to test it. So if we click here, now there's a couple of new things as well that teachers can do. They can actually put timings on quizzes, which isn't new, but what they can do is that when the time limit finishes, it will automatically save all the things that you've actually done in the quiz. So all the answers that you've done, it will save automatically when the time finishes. I'm going to do the quiz now and then I'll show you how it looks once I've finished. Once you've put all your answers in, you can actually submit it all, and it actually checks because you won't be able to change any of your answers once you've submitted. So it's just asking you to check before it goes ahead. And you can see here, I haven't done terribly well, but I've finished the quiz. Now that I've finished the quiz, when I go back into the course, you can see that there's a lot more content has been released. Now depending on how the teacher sets it up, some of the things here you need to actually open and have a look at. Now once I go back, open and have a look at, and then you can mark it as complete. Okay, if you accidentally mark something as complete, you can tick it again and it goes away. There are also a couple of new features that teachers might start to use. and a few of them are around the assessments. So with the assessments, they can now create assessments and actually have marking guides within the eLearn for you to have a look at. So I've clicked on the rubric example here, and you can see here that I can actually have a look on my submission grading, and it comes up with the rubric. Now once you submit your assignment, the teacher can go in and simply click on which one you've achieved and then add some comments. What it'll look like for you when it comes back is something like this. You can see that this is where she was sitting for these two grading criteria, and this was the assessment that came back in. Okay, so that just gives you a little bit more feedback, and hopefully some feedback that you'll be able to reflect on as time goes by. That's all the things that should affect you immediately. As the teachers get more confident with eLearn and the new features that it has, hopefully you'll see some more activities and some more online interaction coming through. Thank you very much for your patience over the upgrade. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to contact online support on 6207 3833.